Hola amigos. Today I'm sharing a lesson on the verbs in the present tense. Before we start, I would like for us to review what this table represents. So, in this table, which I usually use when we conjugate verbs, um, we understand that on this place we have subject pronoun yo. I don't always include that in the table when I explain verb conjugations, but this is assumed to be. So, yo, tú, él, ella, usted, and then the plural forms are on the right of the table, and they are nosotros o nosotras, vosotros, vosotras, ellos, ellas, ustedes. There are three types of verbs in the Spanish language that are very often regular. Those are AR verbs, ER verbs, and IR verbs. Here are some examples. AR verbs such as preparar la cena, to prepare the dinner. Él prepara la cena. Um, when, so how you conjugate this verb in the present tense? And what's the difference between a conjugated verb and a verb in the infinitive form? When we use the term infinitive form, we mean the basic form of the verb. Preparar, in this case, it corresponds to the English to plus the verb. Preparar means to prepare. So to plus the verb. While conjugated are the verbs we use in a sentence that change their form according to the subject. For instance, you could have um, sorry, you could have you take the stem of the verb, which is when you remove the air ending, what's left is called a stem, and you add to that stem for the yo form. If the subject in your sentence is yo, you add ending o. Yo preparo, tú preparas, él, ella, usted prepara, nosotros preparamos, vosotros preparáis, ellos, ellas, ustedes preparan. Okay, so this happens to the other two kinds of verbs as well, ER and IR verbs. Here is an example of an ER verb. You have yo como en la cocina. The verb is comer. You take the stem of the infinitive form. When you remove the ER from the infinitive form, this is called a stem. What's left of the verb is called a stem. To this stem, you add the endings for the present tense. Yo como, I eat, or I am eating. Tú comes, you eat, or you are eating. Él, ella, usted come, etc. The same principle applies to IR verbs. Those are verbs which end in IR in the infinitive form. You conjugate them, you use them in a sentence when you have a different subject by extracting the stem, which you can do by removing the IR ending from the infinitive. And to that stem, you add those endings. For IR verbs, the endings are for the yo form. If the subject in your statement is yo, you have ending o. So you take escribo, escribo. And you do this with the rest of the forms depending on what the subject in the sentence is. So now there are cases when the subject is a name, such as Maria y Jose. When you have this type of subject in a sentence, you have to think what you could replace Maria y Jose with from this table, from this subjects. Maria y Jose is the same as, you can say Maria y Jose walk on the street, or you could say they walk on the street. So you can replace Maria y Jose by they. In this case, you would use the form for ellos, or ellos caminan por la calle. So I was using caminar, which is an AR verb. So you would use this ending here. Or you can say, María y José escriben un correo electrónico. Okay, guys. Next, we're going to see the yo-go verbs.